So here we go, man. Going into the next series, we already know this is going to be the semifinals on the opposite side of the bracket. Looks like we are going to have Factory Demolition, Breach King of the Hill, Skyfell Strikeout, Glacier King of the Hill, and Canals Demolition to finish things off. What do you think about these maps right now?
I'm loving it. We get to see some Breach once again, especially on the King of the Hill sides. This is a big, big map, man. There's a lot of space to have to cover, both angles and for the objectives. I mean, the objectives can get very small and condensed, but again, this map is large. Rotations have to be a lot earlier than what you normally see. But we're going to Factory first to start things off, and I enjoy watching Factory Demolition because we get to see Glitch most of the time come out on this map. He's been kind of creeping back into the Factory demo meta, and hopefully we get to see him again. But again, we're watching Right Turtle versus Homie Squad. Anything could happen. We know exactly what Right Turtle can bring to the table, but Homie Squad, they're kind of a dark horse team. They ended up winning the second qualifier. They beat out High Donkey and Hefty Lobster and Panitas Paneras for those top 4 spots. So they have something to prove themselves, although they have proved that they can win a tournament. Right Turtle, Justus Pro didn't play in that second qualifier, but nonetheless, they did win one themselves. So this is looking like it could be a very good matchup between these two teams. I'm expected to see some high octane gameplay. I wonder, with every team, I'm wondering who's going to be playing the Switchblade when it comes out. Particularly thinking that Emmis might be playing it for the side of Right Turtle. That would be my guess. I mean, you and I, we guessed who on Justus Pro would be playing it. You got it right. I kind of threw out Delana, but then I realized the way their compositions would work. So maybe Emmis is going to be my pick for who would be playing the Switchblade here.
Yeah, I would guess it's going to be Emes as well. Emes is now a player that you officially cannot ban out, even if Right Turtle decides to do one of the power bans themselves. You cannot ban him out in King of the Hill specifically. You can't ban his Fixer, his Lancer, and his Switchblade. One of them he's going to be on. He has been terrorizing people in customs in Switchblade recently. I would not be surprised if he is going to be the Switchblader. On the other side, I believe Joker is going to be their Switchblade player. Joker has been maining Switchblade. He's been grinding her a lot in pubs. He's also been grinding her a lot in the Elo 8s, Money 8s, things we do late at night together, all the Roco community players. So he is known for his Switchblade. So everyone knows he is a very good one. So is Emes going to be able to contend against that? Joker might have more practice on Switchblade up to this point in Demolition and in King of the Hill. So is it going to go unbanned? I know almost for a fact that they are going to be fine with playing it on both sides. So it's going to be very, very cool because Fixer's played on both sides as well. We've seen Billiams pull out the Fixer for the side of Homie Squad. We've seen Slop pull out the Fixer for the side of Right Turtle. Both of these squads have amazing flexibility potential. Unlike in the last series that we saw, they have amazing flexibility potential. So I cannot wait for these drafts. I think we're going to see some crazy drafts, some crazy bans. I can't wait for it.
Me neither. And every time you use the phrase Switchbladers, I think we're talking about Beyblades for a moment. And I have to kind of laugh inside my head and say, we're talking about Road Company, not a game with spinning tops. But hey, we're going to be getting into the game very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. We're just waiting for some of the players to load up into the lobby. But yeah, I mean, you talk about players with their flexibility. I mean, we go back to Ink. I thought he was one of the most flexible players in the community very early on. But now I'm starting to, he's still up there, but I'm starting to lean towards Emmis because, like you said, you cannot ban Emmis out because he has so many different rogues that he can just punish you on. And we've even seen him punish people on numerous things here on broadcast. So that could be in the cards once again. But we're going to Demolition on Factory, game number 1. It's going to be quite a match. This is the winners semifinals match. We do have our other semifinals starting shortly as well. That will be Justus Roco versus High Donkey. So both semis, top 4 teams in the winners bracket have been decided. High Donkey taking out Takers. So they're looking to go against Justus Roco. I'm going to tell you something right now, okay? If Justus Roco don't win this 10K event, and a team like Right Turtle or High Donkey or any other team with a auto-generated CMG name, I'm just gonna say, man, Cute Hamster might have to go back to being Cute Hamster if the auto-generated names are the ones that win all the time.
I don't know, man. They still had Cute Hamster last month and they got second. So I'm not sure, man. I don't think that's the thing. I think right now
Well,
their biggest realization is that it's not the name, it's the player. I think that them swapping out highlight for ink.
they don't
I
play
think
they don't play Dima, they don't play Glitch, they don't play the good rogues, bro.
yeah, they definitely don't play glitch. I just don't know why they don't play glitch. I feel like we've seen glitch be used so well, and they just shy away from it every time. I
I feel
don't
like
know
they live
why.
in isolation. They're the best. They got their rogues that they play, and then they just snip all communications to the outside world. They live on their island. They live in Mahatma. They're all by themselves. They don't want anyone to bother them. And then they travel and they go to their next match, and they're like, wait a minute, why are we losing 5-0? And then they're able to
Yep, it's
adjust
like,
on the
okay,
fly, and
hold
they come
on.
back and they
Yep,
win 8-5. But still,
exactly,
I feel
exactly.
like they live in isolation right now. They don't want to try anything new at all, except for
Yeah,
maybe Switchblade. But that's just because there's so much to her kit. It's very overwhelming to begin with. Eventually, I think people will start to realize how to play against her. And maybe she won't be as good. But don't hold me on that. Don't hold me. Don't hold
yeah.
me to
Playing
that word.
against a flashbang, a bounce grenade, and a rocket launcher of doom, it is going to be extremely hard to get used to playing against a switchblade, just because they have so many ways that they can,
Does her
take you
rocket
out.
launcher get stopped by an APS?
Yes, it does, but nobody runs APSs currently because there's so many good rogues. So that's why she's just so good, because nobody's running APs. Very rarely, you'll see her
I mean, you
rocket
can
get.
run a Mac with an objection.
You could do that. That's always an option. That's always an option. But at that point, you might as well go Dima. So you know what I'm saying. So that's how I
That's what
see
I'm saying.
it. Oh man, but I'm definitely
You don't need a
excited
trophy
for
when
this
she
one.
can't shoot a rocket launcher because you EMP'd her, man. You see what
That
I'm
is very
saying?
true. That's very true. Now, this might be Factory might be one of those maps in this meta where nothing changed from the last meta. If you get what
Do
I'm
we
saying.
see
On
Trench come
defense,
back out? That's what I want to know.
exactly. We have not seen Trench like that on maps almost at all. We used to see hollows. We used to see Trench on hollows a lot. Now we don't see Trench on hollows anymore on defense. Now on Factory is kind of a staple in how you play it. That's why a lot of the comp players kind of are asking for, maybe it switch up with Factory, just because it's played the exact same way, the exact same time by every single team. So it's pretty basic. You go Trench, Dahlia, and then you have a Vi, and then you can go Kestrel or something else. If those are not available, if they're banned out, you pull out the Fixer. You just do the basic Trench Dahlia combination and then flex everything around it. Maybe a Trench Anvil might be a thing as well. Double trophies. Maybe we see a Dahlia Anvil with no Trench. That might be another combination. That way you have two flexible characters and still have that trophy ability. I'm not sure what we're going to see on this map if Fixer being here now back in the game with these bans, if it's going to make the meta all of a sudden for Factory change, which we haven't seen it change in over 9 months, it feels like, since the Trench Dahlia meta in September, October. So we've seen that meta for so long. Is it going to change eventually? We might find out right here, right now.
Hey, I'm expecting a Switchblade to come out on this map, especially for the attacking side. I mean, if Trench is trying to play on the wall there towards the A site, you can kind of just shoot it at the wall and start an incend three pools of fire on that wall and get them off of it. You can push
Yeah.
them out of Cubby. You can push them out of that little cut on the B bomb as well. You can push them out of Cubby on that bomb as well. So I think Switchblade will come in very clutch on this map for demolition. Again, thank you for being patient with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready for this semifinal. It is the winner
Oh, yeah.
semis. We can actually. So I'm getting word that we're swapping to the other semifinal of the winners. It's going to be Justus Roco versus High Donkey. We're going to be switching to that one for the time being. There's some technical problems happening with Right Turtle Homie Squad. Not sure exactly what they are, but we've got another matchup ready for you to go. Same series layout. We're going to factory. It's demolition. Everything we talked about, we could see here is possible, just different players and different teams.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this team in High Donkey, we haven't talked about their roster. I'm looking at it now. I didn't realize who's playing for them. It is Nashex, it is Gipster, it is Rugi, and it is Zorism. Now, these are 4 players that are extremely talented. We are in for a war, ladies and gentlemen. I'm letting you guys know that right now as we are on with Gipster, and they're up 1-0 on the defensive side already ahead of Justus, Roco, and now this Dahlia just going to be holding the cross right now. You guys can already tell Gronky is on this Vi. So the compositions, let's look at it. So on defense, instead of the Kestrel, it's going to be a Switchblade. That makes sense. You know, you still have the Trench, still have the Dahlia, still have the Vi. On the other side, you have no trophies, which we've seen before. No trophies on Offensive Factory is extremely hard to push B on. You're almost forced to go A. It's almost impossible. But right now, they're rotating back to B. So let's see how this goes. They're about to be forced up to the boxes with absolutely no trophies to stop any utility from coming back.
Yes, but one member, being the Dahlia, already down and out for the attacking side.
Oh.
We did talk about Switchblade coming in, and you said these are some good players. We're in for a battle. I would beg to differ. I would say every player in the top 16 is a good player. That's why they're there for a reason. Tons of teams sign up, try to make it through these qualifiers. Rugi finds one with that launcher, but he also pays for it with his life. He still gives his team a 1-player advantage. Look at Exorism. Little feet showing there, and they're behind.
Yeah, and the interesting thing,
there.
Glitch and Fixer were the bans. So we got word that Glitch and Fixer, if I had to guess which team, as crazy as it sounds, I would guess that High Donkey banned Fixer and Justus Roco banned Glitch. Justus has said that they don't like playing the glitch meta. They don't like playing it. This is definitely one of the more favored glitch maps, and Nashex has been making himself known as one of the best glitch mains. So, as recently since glitch got, oh my goodness, that bounce nade was
they got the bomb. I was gonna
say,
say,
got it. Oh, that was so clutch.
You were talking about Nash playing glitch, but Nash not playing glitch here, playing trench instead, has 5 downs as he found 2 or 3 there, and then was able to finish it off, let his team get the bomb defused. Oh my goodness, Nash putting up some big numbers very early on against a team that he formerly played with in Frag and Gronky.
Mm-hmm. And you can always assume that there's going to be a little bit of animosity there between Nash and them.
The revenge tour, huh?
Exactly. Even though they separated on good terms, you know, there's still always that feeling. You know, I was watching Nash's stream last night. He even brought it up. You know, someone asked, you know, why don't you play with Frag and Gronky anymore? And you know, he just said it was just a difference of play styles, opinions, certain things on certain maps, and the loss to the team right here to Emes, Polza, and Slop and them back in December is what ended up breaking them up. They felt like, you know, the Lancer plays around next just weren't working out with Nash being the trench back then. He was known for his trench gameplay, and right here on Factory,
I think that was January actually.
Yeah,
January,
yes,
the
January,
8K,
yes.
the second 8K.
Yes, the second 8K.
Yeah, what a doozy that was. Had some good players that we don't see as much anymore, like EXO. He played for the European powerhouse era Eternity at the time with Emis and Pulsa, but now here they are.
It's funny you say we don't see EXO anymore. He's actually in the tournament today. Currently in the losers bracket.
Hey, in the losers bracket. Speaking of that, a couple of those matches did finish. Nice Mongoose beat Stush Gaming. They face Best Snake next. More on those matches
nice
here in a
grenade
moment.
by Ink. Is the res going to come through?
Ink.
Yes, it is. Now it's a 4v3.
Bomb's been planted, however. Just need to find one more, and it's Trench. Nash not able to hit a single shot that time. And not able to save the day as he did the round before. 2-1. Finally on the board is Justus Roco. This map, I wouldn't say is super defensive, though.
I wouldn't say it's super defensive anymore. I will say that it's easier to win rounds with coordination. I almost feel like it doesn't matter what side you're on in the round. It is really more about how you play it and how you coordinate with your team. You can lose an offensive round just by being too aggressive, not coordinating where trophies are. If you have trophies on your team, not coordinating how you're using your utility to break into things, or it can go amazingly. You know, if you perfectly coordinate how to use your utility, you smoke off one thing, you flood off another thing. If you do that, then you're in good positions. But, you know, we don't always see that. It's very hard to have a coordinated push 100% of the time. You know, only the best of the best are really able to do that. You know, I did say that, you know, these are some good players. I guess I should have differentiated. These are some great players over here, man. These are some grinders over here, and they play this game a lot. And they're going to give these guys a run for their money simply because these guys have the gun skill to match them. These guys have the brain skill to match them. The only thing that they don't have is the chemistry. And that's always going to be the one thing that Justus is going to have over every other team is that chemistry factor. Now, the bomb did get planted at B, and it got planted for Cylinder for their spawn. So now this squad in High Donkey is in an extremely bad situation. They need to kill all 4 of these players, push them all out. They're all backed up because they can see the bomb from way back there. There's no anvil shield, so they're big chilling right now. And they all have to full send this at some point. So let's see how it happens.
Well, the shots are finally starting to come out from these teams. Exorism takes out Frag. That sets up the defense for a 4v3. Looking better for him. But, oh my goodness, Nash, Exorism getting a little too dangerous as they get taken out. Ruggy did find Ink, finished him off. Delana takes out Gipster. 1v2, trying to find the kills. Gipster.
And he got it. He got it. Because he's on the bomb.
Oh.
The Trench got Dahlia rezzed. Oh my goodness. So that was a 1v1, but the Dahlia didn't get... the Dahlia didn't get finished, so Trench stayed getting revived. Oh my goodness, he didn't finish the Dahlia. Okay, so everyone, if you don't know, if a Dahlia is currently rezzing somebody, and the Dahlia gets full killed while that happens, the revive no longer comes through. That didn't happen. They didn't full kill the Dahlia. As you guys saw, the Dahlia was still alive. So once the Trench got back up, he hopped on the bomb while Rugi pushed out the site. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. It came down to a war, came down to a push. I don't know why Frag outflanked and hopped over the wall. I have no idea why he did that, honestly. But aside from that, that was a great play by the defense.
Great plays indeed. Nice retake. They take the lead even stronger now, 3-1. Frag jumping up top the white van, getting shot a couple times, has to retreat. Now a little bit of wall jumping from himself and Delana to see if anyone's on top of the boxes there on the other side of the wall. But that will be a negative. They have to know someone's in the back where Rugi is playing for the time being. Smoke grenade. As the smoke will cover that doorway. Rugi not giving up his position. Frag out finds Exorism with the bounce nade, but Nash finds Ink and finishes him off. Now the revive will come through as well. Rugi has changed positions, but he's a lot closer, playing a different angle. Grenade launcher comes out. It does do some damage. He also shot that person, so the fire from the grenade launcher, or the chaos launcher, will also finish him. Gets that knock for him. One member's already down and out. The Kestrel does get revived by hand. They have to know that they're going to re-push that. Nash still playing in Cub. He has armor.
Yeah, but they're trapped. All 3 of them are trapped, so there's no point in even planting the bomb. You almost got to fight out of it. That's almost what you have to do. The second you start planting, it's a 4v2. They're just going to pinch, and they got pinched anyway. And now it's a 1v4 for Gronky. Don't think he's going to be able to get this one.
Delana and Frag got taken out there in that pinch that you were talking about. And that's kind of just let them inside, but don't let them out. And that's exactly what they planned on doing, and it worked out perfectly for them. You saw Ruggy. No one played on top of the wall where you normally see a Trench play. They all played back in Cubby or in that back main entrance and just said, let them in. And then once they come in, you shut the trap door and don't let them out. That's exactly what happened. It worked out. They lead 4-1 now.
Oh, yeah, and right now, you know, no trophies on offense. It's starting to bite them a little bit harder than they were expecting. It looks like this is going to be a B push, though, coming out. And I said it before, pushing B with no trophies is a death wish on this map for a whole lot of teams. As you guys saw before, the only time they were able to plant was when they full showed A, and they got a sneak plant over at B. But aside from that, Looks like this is going to be a full-out assault. So they're pushing out these players, not letting them get any... Wow, that was amazing. So yes, not opting to play for just the bomb plant. They pushed out so far. They were playing for all the kills. And while that was happening, he said, you know what? I can go ahead and get this bomb planted. So that's what Ink did. And now they got a 2v2 situation. It's planted for them, and the Chaos Launcher is in hand. My goodness.
Yeah, I was going to say, after all of that chaos and those great plays, it's still a 2v2, and it's pretty even. That does hit Nash for the 75, but he's able to get out of the range of the fire. Ruggy does find Frag with the 24S, finished him off with the launcher as well. 2v1 now. 24S wins the first fight, wins the second fight. Ink with the headshots and the strafe. Oh my goodness. He leads his team with downs, and now it's 4-2.
That right there is the reason that they brought this man back, man. Ink is capable of doing those kind of plays. And that's the thing. Everyone on this team is so capable of having those standout plays like that. And if you have enough individual players that can make individual plays in individual situations like Ink just was in a 1v2, bomb down, having to kill both players, pushing you 2 gunfights without any life drain, you got to hit almost all headshots. And he aimed directly at their foreheads and absolutely melted both players. That is an amazing play that can only be done by some of the best in the game. Great to see it here on the main stage. $10,000 plays are being made left and right. Flash is going to be coming out by Ink. Nade is going to be dodging that one. Movement looking like it's on fleek right now for Ink as he's dodging nades left and right, getting right up to the sight box, trying to see if anyone's on the other side of this planter. Trophies are on the other side, so he's not going to be trying to waste his flashes or his rocket launcher. All of his utility is absolutely amazing, so he's not trying to waste a bounce nade, a flash, or a rocket launcher yet on any of these APs, but a kill did come in on the other side of the map. Frag Out was able to rat and was able to take out a player and get a little bit of A control. Even though he's not on the site, they did kill one of the players watching over A, so if they hurry this up, it could be a 4v1 situation at A. Doesn't look like they're going to do that, though, as they are rotating back over to this B site, as they have been more comfortable at B, trying to plant it for their spawn. You know, Ink did clutch up a very, very big round for them. Looks like they're going to go ahead and plant it on the basic box. Vi is going to be looking over him, and here we go. Now, since it is planted basic, there is no Vi on the other team. All they really have to do is watch out for the Chaos Launcher, maybe even watch out for some of those, some barbed wire, and a bounce nade, and that's about it. Other than that, you guys can hold your own and chill with all your utility, and that's exactly what they did. As Ink takes him out, Gronky takes him out, and Nash is taken out as well. Didn't mean to talk the entire round. It just ended up evolving that way. I apologize.
Hey, it's okay. I mean, you were going with the flow, Rome. I know the community loves you, so you know, I just let you do
I love the
thing.
community too, man.
But we are going to halftime, and it's 4-3. It was a 4-1 lead this time, but 2 straight rounds from the side of Justus Roco means that they are only trailing by 1 since it's a 7-round half. Now we're going into the second half with the sides being flipped here. Anvil coming out on the defensive side, possibly for Ink. Delana hovering. Oh, wait. I hope Delana plays this. Yes. So I was right. We got some flexibility. Delana playing this switchblade here. Gronky back on his bread and butter, the Vi. Only Mastery 4, but it seems like he should be Mastery 400 after we've seen him play it for about 400 days straight.
Very true.
Early days of the competitive scene.
And Blue, something I and a lot of the comp players would love to see is just give us a little bit of mastery points for playing it in customs. Even if it's a 10th of the points, we'll take it. Like we'll take even a 10th of the mastery points in customs, because then it'll at least show who's really grinding the characters. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I will go into a ranked game by myself and see a Mastery 10 everything who did it all in customs for 97,000 hours against bots just so he can flex Mastery 10 everything, but he can't even see straight and he's cross-eyed. No, sir.
Oh, man. Now, this is interesting. So on defense, there's no trench, but there is an anvil, so they have trophies. On offense, they have a trench, so they have trophies. So the B push is a thing that they can do. It's going to be very hard to plant for their cylinder. They're going up against a molly and a rocket launcher. Now, they do have a rocket launcher on their side, but no molly for the anvil shield diffuse. So if they ever do plant, the only thing they can use to get them off is that rocket launcher. So that rocket launcher is going to be very important. Looks like the rocket launcher is going to be used a little bit prematurely, though, as Rugi does get a kill with it regardless. Now it's a 3v2 situation for the side of Justus. And yeah, like I said, a little bit premature use, and now this is a pretty simple retake for the side of Justus, as it's only one player left.
Yep, and speaking of one player left, he is no longer left, as they will get this defuse here pretty easily for the side of Justus Roco. They will tie this game 4-4. Let's talk about our other semifinal. They finally got underway. That is Right Turtle versus the Homie Squad. They're in their demolition on Factory, and the Homie Squad is leading 5-2 currently. So that is something we did not expect. I mean, looking on paper and just from what we've seen in the past, we thought the defending champions would have an easy road back to the grand finals, but it's not looking that way through the demolition.
Yeah, at least in the demolition, I will say this. The squad that they're playing against grinds the game. And Right Turtle, they have not played. I talked to Slop this morning in a Discord chat. You know, I said, you guys didn't play either of the last two qualifiers. Are you guys even showing up today? You know, no one's kind of heard from you guys. You guys have been kind of quiet. And he said, yeah, we're going to play today, but, you know, we have absolutely zero practice, and we haven't played since the first qualifier. So, that being said, if you haven't played together since 3 weeks prior, and a team has been grinding the game every single day, there's a good chance that you might get taken out by that team. So the fact that they're down currently to them, I can't exactly say that I'm surprised, because practice does make perfect. And if you don't practice, how can you be perfect? You know, last month.
I mean, Tom Brady's got how many Super Bowls? He still shows up to practice every day. Yep. Nash takes out Frag, but Gronky returns that favor. The revive will come through from the Dahlia, of course. Couple more shots on the Nash. He's playing dangerous. Only person to bring out Trench today so far. Delana will take him out with the launcher. It finishes him off as well. Can't crawl out of that fire fast enough. Exorism did find one with the C4. Here comes a launcher into nothing from Ruggy. Has the bomb on his back as well.
And that's unfortunate, because two players were right there reviving the Dahlia, but she already had fast res for that player, so it was to no avail. But oh my goodness, Zorism did already get a control. He takes out Gronky. That's actually major. That's the Dahlia link. Or excuse me, he takes out Vi. That's major. That is the utility for this squad. So they are not going to be able to use their utility to retake. It's going to be extremely hard. No more Vi poisons coming out. I believe he just snatched and grabbed the molly, I believe that he just used. And now we have a 3v3 on this defense, and they're going to be pushing into the site. Ink is going to be getting one. Trades coming out, though. Gipster takes out Frag, and now Ink in a 1v2 yet again. He's going for the revive. Oh my goodness. And he's launching this player. They're going to let him get it? No, and they're finally pushing up, and they're going to not let him get. I was about to say, if they really just hear him reviving and don't push that one, that would be extreme respect to Ink, I guess you could say. The fact that you think that he could stand up and kill both of you, you know? I don't know.
I think maybe it's the fact where you don't want to push too early into that revive, because then you know that he's expecting it as soon as you go for the revive. But if he's at a point to where he says in his mind, might as well finish this revive, then you push into him, and that's exactly what they did. I think that was a perfect double peak from the both of them there on each side that they were coming from.
That very easily could have been the case as well, like 100%. I wouldn't blame them at all if they were doing that. This is top-tier gameplay, man. $10,000 on the line. You got to pull out the big brain plays.
Of course, of course. Justus Roco trailing by 1. They have not led in this game at all, but they have tied it. Now High Donkey leads once more. 5-4 here in game number 1 of our winter semis. Another match that finished in the lower bracket was Cruelty. They took out Hefty Lobster, so Cruelty will face Vibes. As well as Ruling Pigeon. They beat out Beefy Alligator, so they will go against Takers.
And right now, the first down does come out, but I believe the Dahlia Res is going to come through, and that is their one revive. So now it's going to be all about trying to stay alive. Chaos Launcher coming out, but C4 coming out faster. Going to be down in that player, and he's going to be finished off very quickly, and that is a Switchblade off the map. The bomb is right there. I'm not sure what the bomb's doing over there, but, the bomb is over there. So I believe the Trench was trying to plant for Cylinder. He got killed, then he got Dahlia rezzed. I believe that is the reason that the bomb is currently in the corner. They were trying to plant for Cylinder, ended up not working out. It looks like there's a player on the flank right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is a player flanking this Dahlia right now. So Gipster is most likely going to die, as there is a player directly behind him on the catwalk.
And that's exactly what is happening. The shots coming from the catwalk as soon as you finish that sentence. Delana, Frag, they each just finished this out. They tie it up once more. 10 downs for Nash. He leads the game with the only person in double digits, but close to it is Ink with 9. Frag's got 7 himself. And a lot more elims coming out from their side as well. 17 for Frag, 14 for Ink. You got 11 and 10 as well. And a lot of assists for Gronky. So he's doing exactly what you would think that Avai is doing, putting out damage, whether it's the poisons, the incense, or his weapons.
Oh, yeah. Big time. And right now, we're on with Delina. Last time he flanked, so I'm not sure if he's going to go for the flank this time. It's kind of interesting to see a Switchblade on the flank. It looks like he's doing it again, though. But yeah, the funny thing is about this is that he doesn't have padded steps, so he was crouch walking the whole thing. That's why I was laughing, because I saw the crouch walking animation of him the entire time through the wall, and he's just slowly going back there, taking his time, making sure that he's not being heard, climbed up on that catwalk and waited for the opportune time. And you always want to down the Dahlia. That is the one thing that I forgot to mention when he's in that situation. You always want to down the Dahlia because, one, they are not going to be able to.
Wow, speaking of downing the Dahlia, he did just that from a distance.
Yeah, great shots by Nash. He's always been known for having that beamer. He does not miss when he fires. And you can see
swapped up the guns he's using with the same character. Plays Trench on defense with the DMR. This time around, he brings out the assault rifle on the attacking side. So he's swapping up his playstyles, keeping the opponents on edge here as he was able to get some beamers with that assault rifle. APSs go down, all 3. One was used up, has the objection in his hand already as well from his own dead teammate. That revive did come through for the defenders, Dahlia. C4 goes down. Trip mine, whichever you prefer. Rugi trying to get this revive onto Nash. The trip mine will protect them for the time being.
This is not a pretty round.
And it is not looking good. A poison comes out now, Rome.
Yeah, Dylan is flanking again. Dylan is flanking again on this character without padded steps. He is feeling very, very good as he has gotten 2 flanks in a row. Thought he wasn't going to do it, but, went ahead and did it anyway. Dylan
6-5 is the score. And Rome, got a little update for you. It was not 5-3 in favor of Homie Squad. That was a mistake. It was 5-2 in favor of Right Turtle, but they ended up finishing off game number 1. Right Turtle did win it 8-3, so the Homie Squad did fall there. So everything we said about practice is it's still true, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think it's irrelevant, okay? Don't Allen Iverson us.
Oh man.
I don't know if you watch Ted Lasso, but they also used that Allen Iverson bit for that show.
Yeah, that's a great moment in sports history. It's a lot of lessons in that moment.
I think it was a funny moment more than it was a teaching moment.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Kind of just, I think it was forced into a teaching moment. Like, guys, you got to practice. Delana, speaking of practicing, doesn't need to practice the shots today because he just found another one with the 24S in his hands.
Yeah, and
Default
they already
skin. He didn't even break the bank for the new skin. The all white.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm saving up some RP.
People to the funeral, not the wedding.
I'm saving up some RP, to get mine. You play the game, you get the outfit for free, which is pretty cool. If you just grind the game enough. So Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to get that one up. But I actually do like the darker versions of the skins, just because they are a little bit harder to see when you're, playing in corners
Oh
and things
my
like that.
goodness, get out of
So
here.
I'm so serious. That's the reason I use the all
You're
black
the
Lancer
you're
skin
the
and
you're
not
the
the yellow
kids on
one.
PUBG that take your shoes off so you're 1 decimal quieter, right?
It sounds like I would be. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds like I would be. Right
Ruggy
now,
takes out Ink. Delana finds a trade with Gipster. 3
yeah,
people
1v3.
out, 1 down. Is not looking good for High Donkey right now with only 1 member standing. Can't even go for the revive. No time to reload. Had to swap to the pistol, but still couldn't win that gunfight. Did find 1 down before ending up losing it out. 7-5 now. I was going to say, when it was 6-5, Justus Roco, first time they've led this game. Now, the biggest lead they've had, 2. 1 more round in their favor. They can close out game number 1.
Yeah, and I believe they were down 4-0 this game. Is that correct? At one time, they were down 4-0, or was it 4-1?
They were down 4-1. 4-1 was the
yeah.
biggest gap, because then it was 4-3 going halftime.
Okay, so to swing it from 4-1, they've been 6-1 since that round.
You're with me.
That's just
Quick
amazing.
Maths.
Yeah, quick. Saying quick. We do that over here. Big brain stuff, but they're
It's
going
like
to be
reading
pushing...
Rainbow with math.
Oh yeah, I used to love that
Jerome.
show, man. Shout out to that show.
Hey, shout out to him. He's going to be the host of Jeopardy here soon.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Like, actually, that's awesome. Shout out to him.
Well, they're doing guest hosts right now. Don't know who the permanent will be. But anyways, back to
gotcha.
the game here. I mean, Aaron Rodgers did it. You didn't watch him?
Yeah.
Grenade in
I
hand.
had to.
Kind of swapping back and forth here, waiting to see if he can get a good cook onto someone. Nash back in the typical position. I'm the guy who has to go up there and risk my life. APS comes out, the C4. Oh, my goodness. And then he gets swung on. Nobody even helps him out. Delana finds 1, finds 2. Ink finds a 3rd.
Now, that right there was
over.
absolutely genius, because what they did was that the second that he got to that box, they threw all their utility to burn all the trophies, and then Delana shot his rocket at the second box, and then he wide swung it because there's no one looking over if you shoot a rocket at the box, and then there's no way to watch over the player. So that's how Ink was able to wide swing and kill that player for free. And man, they made that one look kind of easy on the back end. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he threw a C4 that took out the barbed wire, took out the trip mine, and the APS was irrelevant after that. And so he just wide swung. Nobody was helping him out. Let's take a look at some of the replays from our game number 1 here in our winner semis. Rome, what does High Donkey need to do? Because these are high caliber players. They have the potential. But when you have plays coming out from your playmakers like Ink and Delana, you got to find some other way.
They have to not go back to a demolition. That is their best bet. They need to win every single respawn. Now the thing is, you're laughing, but I personally feel like Rugi is an amazing respawn player. I would give Rugi top 5 in the game right now. And that's me watching a bunch of players play respawn. I would give Rugi top 5 respawn player in the game for competitive Rogue Company. So he's said it multiple times himself. He's like, look, man, I'm cool on demo. That's cool and all, but put me in a respawn. Let me shoot my gun multiple times, multiple situations in one round alone. And he is all for that. This squad is a mixture of talented players, talented free agents that decided to come together. They qualified together and they stuck it out. Same team they qualified with, they're here with. You'd love to see that. Some teams, they decide to, do little last second roster changes, thinking that it might actually make them better. It ends up making them worse. This team decided to stick with it. And,
Man.
This
hot
team
takes coming out from you today. If I said half of what you're saying, it would be blasphemy. Thank goodness.
I'm just saying, I've seen it happen.
My Twitter account is still suspended.
Just saying, I've seen it happen, man. I've seen some crazy things happen. So,
hey, we're going to Breach for game number 2 for King of the Hill. But guess what? I've got a surprise for you, Rome. We've got some highlights from our other semifinal matchup here. Oh my goodness! Wait, rewind. That was Emis everywhere. That's Stugatz everywhere in the kill feed. This looked like a banger of a match.
Yeah.
Ended up being a 8-3 victory for Right Turtle.
And you know that it was a banger because look at this. On one half, you had the Trench Vidalia with the Switchblade. On the second half, you had Trench Vidalia with glitches. Oh my goodness. Except for the Vi, you actually had a Kestrel on one side and a Switchblade on another. So there was no Vi. Oh man, that is so cool. Double glitch, that would have been fun, man. So sad we had some technical issues.
I'm really upset they took way too long.
Yeah, it's all good though.
That match. I have another update from the lower bracket as well. Panitas Paneras ended up beating Mist Makui. So they will be faced. So Panitas Paneras will move on to face Beefy Magpie in losers round 2.
Okay.
Man, I'm excited for this tournament. This every month I say this, but this might be the best one yet.
Yeah, I think this is definitely my favorite so far. I'm extremely excited to see how this top 4 is going to shape out. We have one map down in the semifinals. We're going to this second map right now. Like we said, if these teams do win right here, we're not going to see them again until tomorrow. So as we will be waiting for
we don't see any more
the winners finals.
Tomorrow.
Any more teams until tomorrow. So that's going to be extremely good.
I don't know what game you're casting after this matchup, but by all means, you can continue alone there, buddy.
Hey, look,
the
man.
Schedule ends, man.
Hey, look, man. If losers bracket still feels like doing something, if I hear it from production, if they say, you know what, Rome, you feel like it, hey, I'm here for it, man. I'm down to always cast some Rogue Company, man. I love this game. I'm excited. If I'm not casting it, I'm definitely gonna be in all the chats of all the players that are gonna be in the losers bracket watching.
Stop at the chats of the players and watch them, but I'm saying I don't know who you're casting to a blank screen, brother.
Oh man, gonna be so much fun.
Speaking of losers bracket, though, there is another update. Best Snake.
Ooh.
They beat out Nice Mongoose, so they will move on to losers round 3.
Okay.
And they'll face one of the losers from the winner's semis.
Yes, it looks like Best Snake is most likely going to be going up against Vibes.
Hey, you don't know, man. Cruelty could come out with a bang. You don't know. We've seen some sleeper teams make their way through. They beat Hefty Lobster. Now all they got to do is take down Vibes and prove you wrong. Game number 2, though, we're going to Breach for King of the Hill. Do you still expect to see Switchblade? Even on a map that's very wide open and very distance.
I feel like Switchblade is the best rogue in the game by far and beyond on every single map currently. Looking at these maps, I don't see Switchblade not getting picked in any of these situations. She is extremely good. That Chaos Launcher.
Fixer is still in the game, Jerome.
Fixer's still in the game, but he gets banned more than he gets played. I feel like Switchblade doesn't get his banned as often as Fixer. Maybe that's because people don't like being shot through smoke, So, when it comes to the champions the rogues that we're seeing actually being played often, Switchblade is by far and beyond the strongest in the game right now. So if she's not banned, we're going to see her on both sides on every single map.
You know what I could see on this map? Is a Dima, right? Stalker with the Mamba from a distance. Ooh, man. Woo.
If we see a Dima, I will be thoroughly surprised, okay? Thoroughly surprised yet again.
Just give me a Dima jacket. I will wear it on cast every single time.
I think the Dima...
It is like 100 degrees in this room that I'm in right now. I would still wear that jacket if I was given that jacket, okay? So just wink, hint out there. I don't know if that jacket exists. The Rogue Company jackets, I don't have one, but from what I've seen, they look good. But a Dima
they look amazing.
Would be pretty sick.
Yeah, Dima jacket would be cool.
Jump into game number 2 here.
Honestly, just give me Fixer, all gold Fixer outfit, and I'm good. Send me that one in the mail, and I'm vibing.
Send you an entire cosplay of all gold Fixer.
All gold Fixer, and I do it then. There we go, man. You send me the jacket so I can brush off my shoulders. You know how he does with the big old gun. I like that. Yep. Send me the gloves and everything. Send me the nice glasses. Yep. Yep. I'll be suited and booted as Fixer. I love it. All gold Fixer. Yes, sir.
I think that's a lot harder to put together than just a jacket, but okay.
Might be a little bit much to ask for, but hey, closed mouths don't get fed. You feel me? Oh, we got a Fixer on both sides. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Rugi's still selecting. Oh, they're banning. There's a crown.
But it looks like it's locked in. So
Wait,
I think this is
what
what we're going to
is?
be seeing.
I am
You know?
so confused.
Yeah, threw us off a little bit, but it looks like what's going to be locked in for each side is a Vi and a Kestrel, and then we are also going to have a Fixer on each side. So that means that it's going to be a Chalk on one side and a Dallas on another. Now Gipster, he's got a very, very nice shot. It's kind of interesting. Dallas is getting changed in the next update as well. He is going to be receiving the Riptide, so he's going to be getting Kestrel's gun, which is very interesting. The reason for that change is because Dallas is one of the first 5 rogues that you unlock when you get the game for free. And according to the people that create the game, they feel like he has the 2 hardest guns in the game, which I kind of understand. The DMR is extremely hard to use. That devotion, it's and as well the HRM is probably the hardest assault rifle. So switching over to a more rapid fire Riptide is going to be amazing for honestly a lot of the newer players that we're seeing in the game that did come over in the Steam launch, as well as some of these players that have gotten used to the Kestrel Riptide, as they know that that gun is amazing and what it can do close and long range. And right now, Gip is going to be using this Dallas. He's not going to be revealing anyone anywhere close, as nobody is on the hill yet. Both teams being very, very passive, and finally, it is going to be Justus that does step onto the hill, getting the first 2 points. But right now, already only 30 seconds left on this hill. And it sounds like Switchblade and Lancer. That's 2 interesting bans. So that means that we aren't going to be seeing, Delina or anyone else pulling out the Lancer. I've also seen Fragout use the Lancer on this map recently in their respawn games. So, maybe they didn't want to see that. Not sure which team banned who, but, either way, Lancer and Switchblade, 2 extremely strong rogues in King of the Hill. And like we said, Fixer doesn't get played a lot because he's banned more often than Switchblade, but right here we actually get to see Fixer played on both sides, which is nice to see, instead of him getting banned all the time. But Fixer doing Fixer things, absolutely deleting 2 people, Gipster and Nashex, with that DMR. And once he gets life drain on that bad boy, it's going to be very, very difficult to win these exchanges with that Fixer, especially when he gets that smoke and pops his goggles.
Gipster does find a double with the Insen, however. 29-9 currently. High Donkey trailing by 20, but they finally are able to get control of this second hill. Rugi fighting for his life, and he's got a crossfire set up with Gipster, so that helps him out. Nash also there to help him. Nash getting credit with that down, but Gipster, Rugi doing a lot of the distraction work. Now, tying the game and taking the lead is High Donkey. Second hill working out more in their favor than that first hill did, and that's exactly what you like to see. First hill, so it's very crazy on this map. Gipster caught in a bad rotation with his back turn. Ink finds him. Exorism did find Delana, but that is not an even trade out as 2 members went down. Now Exorism, that's 3. The respawn's coming in, and they're already starting to fight for this third hill. And it's looking a lot like garbage time is going. That gets stuck. Oh, my goodness, Ink. That small little window of opportunity.
That was such a tight window. Like, I don't think, if you guys don't play the game often, that window to throw that Simtex onto that player at that tip of that crack, that was so precise. Like, oh my goodness, that was incredible by Ink. That was an amazing Simtex.
Only his head is showing. He was on the low ground as well. So what a great play. And that allows the rest of his team to continue to show no mercy on this third hill as they have retaken the lead. You expect them to be a few points down, if not a few points up, because the second hill garbage time went to High Donkey. But now Justus just running away with it, up by 30 points.
Yes, and this is the thing, is they were down 20 at the end of the B hill, but they early rotated to the money hill. That's the C hill on this map, and look at the score now. Now they're up 40. They held all 75 seconds. They're even leaving the hill early. They literally left the hill 8 seconds early to run to the next hill early to contest it. They said, we don't even need these last few seconds to get to around 100. We're just going to go ahead and go to the next hill and beat you there, and we're going to beat you. And you already see Frag takes out Rugi. Nash trying to do what he can, holding the spawn area. They might need to see him get a little bit more aggressive. Delina doing what he does, trying to play the passive role that he can, but he gets taken out by a Fixer in Rugi yet again. This player on the other side of the wall, this is a big interaction right here, but Ink takes out Rugi, doesn't let him hit a bullet. Swapping those weapons, he's feeling himself. Flash is going to be coming out. He's going to be hitting a player as well, so he's knowing that his back is going to be safe for at least a couple seconds. And they are just going to hold this, and now he's going to come back to where he just flashed those players, expect them to be here, but the ensign's going to be out. So much damage coming out, he's barely able to stay alive. The rage is almost there. He's able to stay alive in the hill for a couple more seconds until the rage is there. He has 11 HP. Will he pop it and challenge somebody? No, he won't. He will go down instead.
Well, he finally was able to get rejuvenation naturally, but had to go through a smoke, and by the time he came out the smoke, he was going to lose that fight. 1-0 now after the first round goes in favor of Justus Roco, and they look poised to close this out just as dominantly as they did in their last matchup that we saw. Nash, 11 elims, 6 downs, 5 assists, doing what he can on the vibe, but Xrism at the top of the leaderboard with 7 downs leads the team. We're getting word from our Right Turtle versus Homie Squad. They're in their King of the Hill game, but they're going to an overtime. So it's 1-1 over there. They're fighting.
Ooh, I wonder who's giving Emes some problems over there. Maybe Smalls pulling out his Lancer. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see the highlights eventually, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's a nice...
Xrism finds one, finds 2 with the drones, but he ends up going down to Delena shortly after. Ink in a standoff with Rugi. It's the D40 versus the Deadeye. Did he stick him with the grenade? No, but he did enough damage to where when he peeks out, he can win that fight. Now he jumps over the wall, finds Nash in the face. Oh my goodness. Finally,
you can't
gets taken out by Gipster. And oh my, Ink jumps through the window.
He jumped and just hip-fired him while falling and beamed him. He had to have been hitting headshots. Like, that guy got melted. Like, Ink is such a good player, and you guys immediately see the reason why he is picked up in place of Highlight. You know, Highlight was a cool replacement, but at the end of the day, your fourth is your fourth, and Ink is showing why he is considered one of the top 3 players in the game and has been by his peers for a long time. Right now, Ink going off on this chalk. Didn't have that rage just yet. Gonna go ahead and bleed out. Current tie game on this hill. Now, we did see. I want you to pay attention to when Justus Roco rotates. We need to pay attention to that because they do it early. C hill is the money hill. This hill, scrap time, it doesn't really matter. They're essentially fighting just to see who's going to get control of the scrap time. Other than that, whoever dies at 30 seconds is immediately going to be rotating over to the hill. Nashx is going to die and should immediately rotate over to the next hill. Even though it's 35 seconds
so did
left,
Gipster
it's that
and
big
Rugi.
of a money hill. Yep, and you see that they already 2 players are coming back toward here. Not sure why. They're trying to cut these 2 players off to not let them get to that C hill. That way they can control the next spawns, and immediately they're rolling backwards to make sure that they spawn those players out on the other side of the map so their team can control this entire side. Right now, Zorizm just trying to get these last 15 seconds. I like the play. Sometimes you're able to get the kill on that guy if you already have control of next and get all the scrap time, as well as holding next, and you would spawn in next as well, you know, so it's actually a pretty good plan for him. Right now, Ink just comes up, immediately beams 1 player. Let's see what he's able to do now, as he's got that Simtex in hand and a flash, and he's already beaming. He said, Nash, I'll see you later yet again. 10 HP on me, yes, sir. And he's going to win that gunfight and push these players out. Right now, a 52-point lead for the side of Justus, and Ink is doing it all. He's also got the rage now, but he doesn't need it for this gunfight. He said, Stim, doesn't matter. You're going bye-bye, and there's the rage. Gonna be popping out, not caring about a vibe poison. Why? Because he's got 170 extra health, not able to turn on that player. But he is going to get the trade into Delena. Gipster coming in, taking out Gronky, and Frag goes down as well to Zorizm. Delena drops Gipster. We got ourselves a 2v1 on the site. Looks like the side of High Donkey currently has control of it. And is there going to be a retake? No. It looks like there's not going to be too much of a retake. It looks like they're going to be just going and trying to set up for next. But Gipster taking out 2 players trying to head to next. That's not how Justus envisioned that hill rotation going.
What events have transpired here? 103-33, down by 70 plus now. Is not looking good for High Donkey. Maybe King of the Hill is just starting to become Justus Roco's game mode here, as they have finally started to dominate and find some success on a consistent basis here. Rookie did take out Ink, but nonetheless, the score is still growing. Under a minute to go here. They've got to win this round for a chance at winning this game. They have to push it to overtime. Nash and Gipster both finding one knock apiece. Nash getting creeped on, but Ink is so patient, and he knows why. He knows someone is waiting in the back. He sees him come out. Flashbang comes out, but is not effective. Throws the grenade. This time doesn't stick. Gronky did find one with the C4. Gronky playing very well on the fixer in these past few weeks. Delana finds Exorism. Ink finds Ruggy. Delana finds Gipster as well. But Gipster and Nash did find one each. Right Turtle ended up beating the homie squad 2-1 in our other semifinals match. So Right Turtle leads that match, or that series, 2-0. And trying to close this out 2-0 is Justus Roco. And that's exactly what they're able to do. They give it up for a brief second, but they retake perfectly. 17 downs, 32 elims. Delana with 16 assists as well, leading the way. Right Turtle, Justus Roco, both of them winning their King of the Hills in each of their semifinals matchup here in the winner's bracket, and both of them leading 2-0 in their series. High Donkey, they've got to find a way to win some rounds and win some games. They look decent in Factory on Demolition, but what happened in this King of the Hill, Rome?
It was just a lot of good rotations, and it seemed like chemistry was the thing that ended up prevailing. We saw a lot of good trades coming out that ended up going the side of Justus. It doesn't matter how many kills you get if the trades end up not going your way. What an amazing stick, literally hitting him on the nose, making him Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, taking him out back to the lobby. Ink absolutely is the MVP for this map. If you had to give one person the MVP for the map, it would definitely be Ink. And right now, Gronky, like you said, he was playing amazing on the fixer. And right here, oh my goodness, that is just... I don't even know what to say about that one. That is just disgusting coming out of the side of Ink. He absolutely went ballistic on that side. He was not trying to lose any of his gunfights, and he was absolutely in $10,000 form.
I don't know, that triple play from the Kestrel there at the end, I think that was Exorism. That was a nice play.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to get a fourth one onto the garbage time objective, but he ended up falling. Justus Roco take game number 2, our King of the Hill on Breach, 2-0. They now lead the series 2-0 as well. We're going to Skyfell. It's Strikeout. What are you expecting from both of these teams here? What on Strikeout? What does High Donkey need to do? But before you answer that question, let's go ahead and take a look at some replays from that Right Turtle versus Homie Squad matchup where they went to King of the Hill on Breach as well. And that one went to overtime. It was 1-1. Ended up Right Turtle winning 2-1. Hulsa on the Seeker.
Absolutely disgusting. Well. And Prosper Logic is their Switchblade, so it's not Emes. So Emes was on Lancer.
He's their Scourge, so this makes sense.
Yeah, this is interesting, and this makes a lot of sense. It looks like Joker was the one going up against Emes, so Joker ended up not being the Switchblade for his team. Didn't run a Switchblade. Oh my goodness, they ran Magdalia instead of a Switchblade and a Talon instead of a switch. I don't know about that one. That one might have came back to bite them. But it looks like this third round ended up being Emes's lair, as my goodness, he is just farming right now. As he is using that all-black Lancer skin, just like I like using, not the yellow one, can't be seen too easily, As you say, I'd take my shoes off.
Yeah, because you can take your shoes off in PUBG, and if you take them off, you're 1 decibel quieter because you're barefoot,
Oh, yeah, that's all me.
Anyways, Right Turtle win that King of the Hill 2-1 versus Homie Squad. They lead their series 2-0 after an 8-3 victory in Demolition and a 2-1 victory in King of the Hill. They're also going to Skyfell for Strikeout. So what can we expect again from High Donkey? What do they need to do in order to find a way to win this game?
Win the trades, honestly. It might sound crazy, but I've said before, that if you see too many DMRs, you might get too stagnant in King of the Hill. And I felt like that King of the Hill, they were very stagnant. Uh, just because of their play style. I know that Nash, he's always been an anchor. He's known for his anchoring ability. But sometimes being that anchor, you end up anchoring too much and you don't actually push the hill. You don't push the site. You don't push up to help push back the enemy spawns, and you just try to stay back. Your numbers look good, but did you actually help the team get to the hill and get more points and things like that? That's the type of things that you need to look for. And those are some that I saw them struggle with a little bit there. Strikeout's a little bit different. Obviously the spawns are going to be flipping, but it's not so much about staying in the point as it is more about the kills this time. So we might see those DMRs come back out from players like Nash and things like that, simply because it is more of a who can farm the most style of gameplay in this strikeout. So I'm very excited to see what rogues are going to be picked by these players, as we haven't seen them play strikeout with this meta this month. So we have no idea with these bans how Fixer and how Switchblade and all these amazing rogues that are in the game are going to be played or banned. It's going to be very, very cool to see.
Well, we could also see a Ronin on this map as well, but this isn't like Drew Whitlock on Ruling Pigeon, so don't expect that if you're a super big Ronin fan out there. Just be like me and don't expect your rogue to be picked at all. Like I love Dima, he doesn't get picked, whatever. I don't think I'd pick him on this map, actually, so it's okay if he doesn't get picked here. I would accept him not getting picked here.
It's so funny that you find Dima always available. That's so funny.
Dima is always available. He is always, like, no matter what map, what game mode, you're like, what should we pick here, guys? Dima should be the first answer, right? Like, without a doubt.
Of course, man. Of course, for sure.
Without a doubt. Don't worry. My favorite rogue will change depending on what the pick rates are here in the next couple of months. Okay. Whoever does not get picked, that's who I want to get picked. So let's see.
Fair enough. I'm pretty sure it'll still be Dima, but okay.
I don't know. Phantom's up there.
Yeah, Phantom is definitely not using
Dima than we see Phantom in the last couple months. We've seen
that's
Phantoms.
Debatable. We've seen a little bit of both.
Nope.
A little bit of both.
Nope.
We've seen some Phantoms.
Definitely have seen more Dima than we have Phantom. I've got spreadsheets.
I need the facts. I need the fact check.
I've got the facts. I've got the rogue facts.
I gotta know the rogue facts, man. Skyfell. What an amazing map, man. Look at I love these cinematics for this map right there, man. That big old globe spinning off the side of the zip line inside of that B site area. Absolutely amazing. Looks like Rugi hovering that Dallas. Kind of interesting. Zorism. Looks like he's hovering that Kestrel. Pretty used to that. Gipster is known for his Seeker. He has a very, very good shot with that Seeker weapon. And oh my goodness, it's not a troll. It's not a troll. It's locked in. And it got locked in early. On the biggest, most wide open, least corner camped map, Skyfell. Dima has been locked in by the frag out tanks.
Let's go.
That did not sound nearly hyped enough to see a Dima in a semifinal matchup for $10,000 on the line. I need a big let's go, Blue. Come on.
No. 10 grand's not on the line. This is only semifinals.
So it's not on the line yet. Well, I'll say this. How about this? Placement for what do you get? You're guaranteed top 3 if you win this. Yeah, you're guaranteed top 3.
Yeah, so, you're guaranteed this top 3 if you win this.
Okay, yeah. So that still is big. So that is guaranteed. What is the third place prize, money wise? Is $1,000?
6-2 or 1. 6-2 or 1. 6,000, 2,000, or 1,000.
Yeah, got you. Thank you very much. Okay, so guaranteed $1,000 already is the winner of this series, which is very, very cool to see. Is these players getting paid? Not sure who's going to be taking that, but right now these players are currently all top 6, just trying to make sure.
Look at him with the Mamba in his hand.
Yes, he's got the Mamba. He's got it out. You're right.
Ink just got a double off of that Mamba, by the way. He was cleaning up some damage being put out. Exorism did respond on the Delana, but Gronky finds Rugi. Look at that. Revealed him with the grenade, baby. Look at that. Yes, sir.
So
Where's
good.
my Dima fans in chat? whether you're on the CMG channel or the Road Company channel. Let's go bite him out with the Mamba. Gipster finds one to return fire, but Gipster then goes down. Exorism as well. It is not looking good for High Donkey, but again, the respawns, they show that it's a tighter match than what we can see from the kill feed alone. Now look at the sneaky man. The sneaky Dima. Oh, he's going to Dima ult him right in his face. Did get a hit marker, so that will reveal him, and then gets an assist because his teammate, Ink, finishes him off. I love the chemistry here. Ink is just running around, cleaning up.
Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to do on that chalk with all that extra health, is just run at everybody that you see, especially if they're extremely weak. And now down 4 ticks, down 4 lives right now. Currently a 9v14, if you will. Wow, what an ult coming out. Getting him down to 7 HP, and there he is cleaning up another kill yet again. Like you said, just coming in, doing the extra work. You do the 75 damage, I'll do the rest. And Delina and Ink are running rampant right now. They're currently up 6 lives. They got control of the point. They are not playing around. These spawns are flipping. I'm actually liking this a lot, actually. Skyfall is looking like a pretty decent map for strikeout.
Ink right now is playing the same role I do at Thanksgiving dinners. You don't eat when everyone else eats. You just go in after they're done. That way you don't even have to wait for seconds. You're just eating everything. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's going in, cleaning up everything.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
finds another
Now
one on
zero,
the
0 lives remaining on the enemy team, so that means it's down to 3 now. Ink trying to do his best. Just make sure that he is not able to get caught out by any of these players. It's actually a pretty close game. It's a three life game, if you will, as there is only 2 spare lives on the side of Justus. Now there is that chalk ult going to be popped. Down to 35 HP though. He had 140 damage taken from him. And that's 2 players going down. Now wow, the revive is going to be coming through. So all 3 of these players are going to be up. So we got ourselves a straight up 3v4 now, but they also have the point, and they're fighting for it now. Gronky takes out Zorism, and now it's a 1v4, and it's all up to that player, and he's going to not be long for this world, and that's a 1-0 for the side of
Nobody's
Justus.
alive. Nobody's alive. As quickly as you say, they're in a 4v1. They're in a 4v next round.
Yep.
1-0. Justus Roco take the lead here. 11 eliminations and 8 knockdowns for Ink. Oh my goodness, 2 assists. He is destroying people from behind with the chalk at this time. I think Frag's just opening up the floodgates for him. I think he's just, they're so focused on Dima in front of him that they forget where chalk is. This might be Dima's playhouse in here.
That makes more sense now. So Frag is opening it for his team. Makes sense. Like even right there, he died so his teammate could prosper. Delina was able to pick up the kill. You know, that on the player that took. All right,
he did get it down there. So relax, Rome.
13-13 though in the ticks. Pretty even game right now.
Delina with the triple. Oh my goodness, Rugi, Gipster, Nash, all falling to the hands. Delina finishes it off with the quad. Gronky downed himself, but Delina finds all 4 members. He's starting to heat things up.
Yeah,
Gronky
Delina,
comes back from the respawn. He killed himself. Now he kills 2. Frag finds 1. Gets shot a few times, has to back up. Launcher almost back in action here as he goes down. Oh my goodness.
But he's getting revived. That wasn't EMP.
That's right. Revive the carry, baby.
Oh yeah.
The Dima.
Right now, Gronky is going to get taken out. Now that Merv launcher is about ready. So let's see what Fragout's going to do.
Let it fly, baby. There it is. Oh man. They didn't walk through the door. If they did,
if they did,
it would have been tomorrow's meatloaf.
Wow, but look at that launcher. Now that's a demo. Yeah,
he just killed himself with it too.
Hey, look, man, that thing is damage all over the place. So that's all I'm saying. There's a little bit of a difference between a demo and a death machine rocket. And yeah, right now, 10 lives to 4. Nash does get taken out yet again, and now it's a 6-point game. They have twice as many lives remaining. Ink takes out Rugi. Can't be losing those ones. Rolling mid gunfight. That's never going to work unless you're Lancer. Of course, Zorism going to be taken out as well. Ink is literally just walking back and forth, farming whichever way they're coming from. He is big vibing right now. They've only lost 3 lives. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the player that hasn't died yet this side.
Yeah, he looks like he's playing tower defense. He just stands in one spot. Anyone walks past him, he shoots him down. That will be another round in favor of Justus, Roco, and now High Donkey are 1 strikeout round away from being sent to the losers bracket here in our main event.
Oh, no. 2 players didn't get a down that round on the side of High Donkey. Yikes.
Yeah, well, they don't have a Dima, so.
Oh, you're right. I totally forgot. I cannot wait to see the damage after this game. You know, I'm sure that Dima is...
10 assists. He's doing so much damage with explosives. If everyone else would just stop stealing frags kills.
Exactly, man. Like, exactly. They're all supposed to be for frag, guys. Like, frag is essentially top fragging. You know, so many assists, right? He's like Steve Nash out here.
He's got so much money in that bag, it weighs him down.
Oh, look at the Merv launcher. Not connecting again. But it's okay.
It's going to reveal one, though.
Yep. There you go.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't think he should have picked it on Skyfell, but I take what I'm given, okay? Beggars can't be choosers.
There you go, man. There we go.
Gipster finds a double onto 2 members, Delana and Gronky.
I was about to say, finally, they were able to do something. Didn't want this to be another map where it was going to be a shutdown round.
Let's go, Dima. Let's go.
Unfortunately, Dima getting a big down right there on that back window. He's looking at this one
Massive.
Again. He's looking like he's opening the floodgates for Ink. Look at Ink flying in there.
That's right. He's covering him.
And right here, even, frag goes down so that Ink can
He takes all the bullets so Ink can survive.
Oh, but Ink goes down regardless. But it was a good try anyway. Great Dima play out of him. Now, Gronky is going to be holding back Gipster in a more serious sense. And there's a 1-point game right now, and he's going to take him out. That's a nice wrap play by Gronky. Current 3-point advantage in lives for this squad. Now down to 2, as they do have the point right now. And it's going to be hard to retake this one. This is a pretty hard one to retake. Once you set it up, you know, you're able to hide behind all these signs and things like that, and get into your best position. So let's see if they're going to be able to win this one. Delana takes out Zorism. Looks like Gipster takes out Ink. Oh, man, some good fire going back and forth. Oh, Rugi gets taken out by the hopping up Gronky. Wow, what a play by Gronky, man.
Woo, 6 respawns. Make that 5 is the narrow 1-point lead that they have for Justus Roco here. I want to talk about the Right Turtle versus Homie Squad game real quick. They're in their strikeout, of course, on Skyfell as well. And it is 2-1 currently with Homie Squad out in front. So they are leading their strikeout against Right Turtle. Gipster did find Delana here. This is our semifinal matchup. I just spoke about
this is
our
a
other
3-3 game.
semifinals.
This is a tie game right now.
Yeah, exactly what you're saying. So a tie game, 3 respawns apiece. Only 1 round for Justus Roco needed to close out their day.
Ooh, but they're all out of lives now.
High Donkey, if they're able to win this game, we'll push to a game number 4. But first, they've got to win this round. They are up with 2 respawns available. 0 for the side of Justus Roco. This could be the round where they can finally find some success, get some momentum shift in their favor. All the
shock is going to be pushing. You see
coming out.
All the utility, but it's not going to matter.
One goes down, but Exorism and Nash both went down as well. Now Ink has gone down. 2v2. The respawns coming through for High Donkey. It's not looking good for Justus, as they will lose all 4 members there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and right there, wow, you see those players really stepped it up on the side of High Donkey. They decided to step it up and say, you know what, we're not going to go another game without getting it down. That was pretty crazy. So, you know, we're going to shoot back this time, and it ended up paying off for them. You know, they ended up able to get a round there. It was a close one, but you know, maybe right now Justus is starting to think, maybe we shouldn't have picked this Dima. Do you think that thought is even creeping in their head right now? as they did lose their first round.
Hey, I mean, this is a little bit of a boost to their morale here after they win their first round. Still on game point, however, as the Mamba does a lot of damage, but doesn't actually get credit for the down. Ink and Delana. Delana finds his double onto Gipster. Trying to control the right side of the map off Aquarium. Nash hiding in his storefront. Gucci.
Wow.
Getting shot in the back as he tried to escape. Gipster getting very aggressive. Pushing through what would normally be the A bomb site in demo. Gronky still watching, gets shot a couple times. Chaos Launcher comes out into the Aquarium. That will push one member back. Walking through the fire now and finishing off the kill is Rugi. They will take control of the objective. They're trailing by 2 in the respawn department, however. Rugi did find Frag. And now starting to move through Gucci, seeing if he can set up a little bit of a trap. But remember, Roma's mentioned many times, the respawns have changed in Strikeout. They do flip. That's exactly what's happening here. Pushed a little too far in, and now the spawns look like they've flipped.
Yeah, currently tie game yet again, and I'm not sure if it's because this team is scaled. Wow, Ink is just absolutely beaming right now. Going up against Gip, taking him out with ease. Flash coming out. He's able to help Cronky take out another one. Delana takes out another. They're currently up 2 lives now. Not able to get... Oh, man, he is able to finish that guy. Absolutely amazing play coming out of him. And you see Frag. He is creeping with that Merv launcher right now. Gronky does get taken out by Zorism. Good stuff coming out of him. Getting that 2-piece on him and Frag.
Exorism making some plays there. Score update for you once again. Right Turtle was trailing 2-1 in their strikeout. They came back, forced overtime, and ended up winning 3-1. So they will advance to the winners finals. Homie Squad will drop down to the losers bracket. We're still trying to decide if it's going to be Justus, Roco, or High Donkey winning this strikeout here. Justus, Roco do lead the series 2-0, and they lead in this game 2-1. One more round, they can close this out. Won't be flawless as they've given up 1, but that's okay. A win's a win.
And they are 6. Ooh, this is a free kill.
Look at this, walking right at him. Doesn't know Ink's there. Ink not moving. The patience he showed there, waiting for him to get as close as possible to where there was no way he could escape his gunfire. Delana finds a double kill, and it is not looking good as only one member stands, and it happened so fast. Blink and you missed it. That will be the end of our strikeout and our game number 3. Justus, Roco will end up winning it 2-1 in our strikeout. They take control of the series and win it as well, 3-0. High Donkey, as well as the homie squad, losing their semifinals matches. They'll be dropped down to the lower bracket, or the losers bracket. As we take a look at these replays of this entire series, what can you say between these two teams, Rome?
You know, these two teams, I'm expecting to see amazing things out of them tomorrow, you know, out of both sides. I think the side of Justus is really just going to look to improve on what they realized today. You know, I'm sure that Canals was a little bit of an eye-opener for them with the meta choices, with the bans and things like that, as they did struggle just a little bit at first. You know, they struggled here and there on these maps early on, but you saw them be able to adjust like they were on Factory, as they went down by so much yet again and came right back yet again. You know, they did absolutely amazing things today. You know, you love to see it. I will say this about High Donkey. This squad has a lot of promise. You know, if they keep on practicing, maybe get some scrims tonight, go down over some things, they can definitely make a statement tomorrow and might even shock somebody And, all these teams that just played, they all already are guaranteed top six. So they all are going to be getting paid. But winning that series does mean that Justus is guaranteed that $1,000 minimum for third place just by being in the winners bracket finals. So that team is guaranteed minimum of $1,000. The other teams that did lose in the semifinals, they're still guaranteed at least to walk home with some money, as they guarantee themselves top six. It is going to be an absolute war from here on out, man. From here on out, all the teams are so good, anyone can win.
Yes, anyone can win. And like you said, Justus, Roco versus Right Turtle. They've made top three as they've secured their spots into the winners finals, which will be broadcasted tomorrow right here on the same channel, twitch.tv/Row Company or twitch.tv/CMG_esports. They close that out 3-0. Here's some of the highlights from the series between Right Turtle and Homie Squad as we take a look at these. And it just looks like Right Turtle, no matter – and Justus Roco as well, no matter how much they're losing by, they have the potential, and you can almost guarantee that they will come back. And it'll be so entertaining to watch these two teams go at it tomorrow.
Pulza absolutely demoralizing Smalls on that one. Pulza doing what he does on the Seeker. Wow, that's such a nice pistol shot by him. The accuracy, you love to see it. And we talked about it, man. Maybe we'll see it tomorrow. Maybe we'll get to see Prosper Logic on that Switchblade, which should be very, very cool to see. We talked about who is it going to be. Looks like Prosper's got it handled.
Man, Prosper's really got it handled. Look at that. The amount of damage he was doing. Nice shots from the Seeker there as well. A little peek shot. Hit him with the bow, it looked like. Nice stick from Slop. Man, both our semifinals were some bangers, some heaters.
Oh yeah,
we all got to spectate some of these.
Yeah, extremely close matches on both sides. That's something that you love to see as a spectator and even a competitor. You love a bunch of close matches because it makes you feel like, who knows, man, next month might be me. If you're a competitor watching them play, you might feel extremely good after watching these two series. It might give you a lot more hope for next month. A lot of these amazing teams that are here, they were looking at it last month and said, you know what, let's go ahead and do this month. And right here they are, and we got ourselves the top six now.